While we've been gone, I've actually listened to our podcast.
Bex.
She messaged and like, it's good, isn't it? I'm like, oh my God.
I was like, Jen, natural. Alex is excellent at editing this. My other
podcast is so enjoyable. I really
Which episode did you listen to?
I listened to the book review.
Do you know what? You should listen to
the listener special.
The listener special is so lovely.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I listened to the book review, and if anybody has listened to that and thinks, "Oh, I'll read that book," don't, because I hated that book, but I enjoyed the podcast talking about the book. Don't let it lull you into a false sense of.
I enjoyed editing it because Becky has never been so grumpy in her life.
And I owe Jen an apology.
Hang on, what about me?
Okay, just Jen. Jen carried us in that episode.
Oh, she did. I was so tired.
I was
by the end
so
of it.
cross with it. So I absolutely owe Jen an apology.
You really do.
I thought Nurse Crane was so cruel though when she described it as being a dead leg.
What is that? Yeah. Wait, I missed that part. What does that mean?
It's a leg that doesn't work. It's like Alex's knee.
Yeah. Do you know how I'd know that something was up? Because my husband has got a bit of a dodgy knee at the moment. When I say dodgy knee, it hurts a little bit. Like I've got a bad knee. It hurts a little bit. Anyway, or the reason I would know is because he sprays it 24 hours a day with heat spray that stinks. So I walk into the room and it absolutely, I hate the smell anyway. And he's just there spraying it with heat spray, or if he's got a bad neck, sprays it with heat spray or deep freeze or deep bloody heat. And I'm just like, I'd know.
Why doesn't he just put like a heating pad onto it? If that's
good
help.
This stuff. It's good this stuff. You should try it. No. Hey, DP.
Have you guys seen that TikTok where it's this girl who goes, she says something, and then she goes, so can someone explain to me what they mean when they say marriage is hard? And then everyone stitches the video with like something, and like literally I've seen so many where like the one that I saw the other day was this lady opens up her cabinet and there's 3 bags of chips that have clips on them, and she takes each bag and she dumps them out, and there's like the crumbles of chips that come out, and she doesn't even say anything. And then this other one that I saw today was literally 24 unopened water bottles on a bedside table.
Oh, that's one of ours. That's his. Yeah, I could probably do about 25 videos myself within a day. But DP is one of them.
But that's just where, and it's just like the more like at first the ones I saw were like, well, you know, another person does it, but like those aren't even that funny. But the ones where it's like, you know, this like very specific thing that you can show that someone does, it's just like, oh my God, that just made me think of it.
Yeah. I could also find where he's been in the house by the trail of plates or cups.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, I was just gonna say it's so funny to me because like my mom, like I started like years ago, like I started just calling her the cup stealer because I love to have a glass of water or like a drink or something. But the thing is, like before it's like,
hang on, this is where you're giving yourself away as basically being like that, like even a
No, I'm not. The thing is, I will always bring my dishes, but the thing is like we'll have lunch and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna drink this glass of water. I'll drink half of it and I'll be like, I'm gonna come back and drink it. I just am going to go to the bathroom. But she'll take it and then she'll do it. And the thing is, I'm like, oh my God, you're a cup stealer, and like we would laugh about it and everything. But then like my brother-in-law's mom does this. Like so many women I know do this, and I always think it's like a mom thing.
It's because they're following a trail of a husband usually around the house.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not the child's fault. It's somebody else's. That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of child's fault, I asked Bobs to get some toilet roll today for me, and she was like, "Oh, why do I have to get the toilet roll?" And I was like, "This is the bad day. This is the bad day for this, Bobs." I'm like, "Why should I have to do all your washing? Why should I have to get the food in for you to eat? Why should I have to cook all that food for you? Why should I have to clean up all the plates after you? Why should I have to get your uniform out ready for you? Why should I have to do your hair? Why should I?" She was like, "I'll go and get it."
Like, okay, mommy, thank you.
Yeah, she was just like, shut up.
My note about that is that he's done good because he's stood up to the gossips. He's basically stood up to the likes of me.
So basically, if you're threatened next time, just think about that viewpoint. So anyway, to finish this off, He doesn't give the baby up for adoption. He goes to have his surgeries, and it's really stressful for her. And she's there, really stressed. And then Johnny has come home. He's been home about an hour. He heard about it. He came straight to the hospital, and he comes and sees the baby, and he gives her a big clap, which was
he does
weird.
And
but I liked it.
It was a much more like, like that type of a clap. So it was much less condescending than my original clap. It was a very
just to note to everyone, we can't hear the claps, but the first clap she did was a very slow one, and this clap was a lot quicker.
Oh, you can't hear either one?
No, it wouldn't. You couldn't hear it. No.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
No, it's not.
Why can't we hear a clap?
I don't know.
Weird. I'm doing
I like that clap. Weird Zoom. Can you hear it if I clap?
No.
Oh, how weird's that? That the Zoom doesn't record claps. I like that.
Can I just say, it's also like I'm clap, like my clap is very, I don't have like a dainty clap, like I've got a very loud clap. So
yeah, I just did that really loud.
Just imagine like clap, 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 clap in my first clap, and then in my second clap it was like clap, 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 clap. That's my imitation of my clapping. You can cut that and put my two sound effects in when my clapping is supposed to be, and then the listeners will get it.
No, I'm not going to do that. Also, I just nearly had a heart attack. So where I am now, I can see out into my conservatory, into the garden, and I just saw a figure walking across the garden. I realised it's my husband. I just nearly died. Not even that late, but I'm just like that.
In that day and age, it's like I used to get shoved in the boot of the car.
Yeah, I did. And the footwell.
It wasn't a closed boot, I will say that. It was open to the rest of the car.
Oh, it wasn't like you were being kidnapped by your own family? Yeah.
That was the time you were kidnapped.
I can remember going to parties and stuff when there was like a whole car full of us, and then I would either have to sit on someone's knee in the front seat, or I'd be put in the boot.
Yeah.
It just seems like so wildly unsafe. Oh, wait. Have either of you guys seen the What's in My Bag that Miriam Margolyes did for like British Vogue or anything like that?
But you have talked about this on a podcast before.
Oh, I have. Well, maybe when she was on the show before. But this is the thing that's so funny about that is that she did a What's in My Bag, and one of the things that she keeps in her purse is a raw onion, and she wraps it in paper towels, and she literally will take it out and eat it like an apple. And then she says, people say to me, "Aren't you afraid of having onion breath?" And she says, "No, I'm not, because I love onions, and I don't care if I have onion breath. And if I have onion breath, then it's delicious and delightful, and no one should ever say anything to me about it." She's like, "I don't care at all." And I'm just like, you're amazing. Like
can I just say to all the listeners who listen to us all the time, we have heard this story before, right? Which I'm not going to edit it out, because one of my favorite things here is that Becky is listening to this story. Her face is going disgusting, like she's never heard this before, despite being part of a recorded podcast where she's heard it, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's so interesting, Jen." And it is interesting, Jen, and I really do appreciate the story. It's great, and it's very relevant. It couldn't be more relevant. It's an absolute banger of a story to do with a bag of onions. But the point is, Becky's face is like, "Oh my goodness, this is brand new information."
I know, but it's like I've watched Recall the Midwife so many times. I still don't know how it's going to pan out between Nurse Crane and Sergeant Wolf. I'm like, what's going to happen?
So, shall we go on to the Brittles now?
Yes, let's.
Officially.
Joe's not well.
Who's Joe?
That's the understatement of the year, Bex. He's beyond not well. He's so ill. He looks terrible.
Joe is
feeling a little under the weather.
He's not well. He's dying a slow and horrible death, and I don't mean that in a funny way, but like it's just so not well.
Oh, yeah, I've lost it.
When you said about me being worried about it, when I had my first flat, we were doing it up and we were doing the electrics, and we had the floors up, and like all underneath the floors was just rubble. And my dad and my uncle were doing the electrics, and they would have me clearing out all this rubble from under the floors. And then there was this weird material that I kept taking out, and it wasn't like stone. And I said to my dad, "What is this stuff?" And he was like, "It's probably asbestos. Put it back where you found it." And I was like, and honestly, I'd been like breathing it in. I mean, I don't know if it was or not. We'll see. Time will tell.
Oh my God.
I love when you're like, time will tell.
You're like, well, we'll never know. Anyways, I guess I'll just see how it works out. All right, bye.
And Heather seems so lovely.
I know. She was a very sweet lady. And she made him that pie and everything. And like,
I know. To be fair though, what kind of pie was it, Bex?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to
it. It was corned beef.
Yeah, corned beef. Yeah. Also, she wanted to have sex at like 9 months pregnant. I was
Do you know what?
Oh my God, girl, like really good luck with that. Okay, but you know.
My mum and dad make corned beef. It's like corned beef hash. They still have that now.
That was a really bad time to come in then. She was like, they still want to have sex. And I wasn't. She was like, my mum and dad. And I was like, where is this going?
I know. I was like, oh, Bex, all right. We're going to learn some stuff about, your folks right now. But okay, whatever.
We need to stop this conversation now. I would not have indulged her because Trixie goes into the bar. So, I mean, this is...
Becky, can I just say, hang on. I have been around you and your niece and nephew. And the dog. I can 1 billion% say, yes, you would indulge. You 100%. You'd be lying in the car. You'd let the calf go in your bed and you'd sleep in the barn.
Well, Bex, where are you right now? What are you doing right now? What did you say to us when we got on the phone today?
Yeah, I am dog sitting this weekend.
You're dog sitting and you're like, oh, and I'm here because he's just better when he's in his own home.
So basically, you're in
a dog.
You're in a
He's
barn.
A dog.
You're in the barn with your knee in cow poo. That's basically what is happening.
Yeah,
right
you're taking off your stocking and you're tying it around the calf's neck to drag it into the main whatever room they have there.
Yeah.
Here's a hint, listeners. We do share some physical similarities.
But we've all got eyes and mouth and a nose.
Oh yeah, I knew you were gonna go there. You'd be like, we all have legs and 2 arms and a body and feet on our feet and skin on our skin. Is that what you're talking about?
And vaginas. Although actually, I don't know if that's true. I've not seen yours.
Oh god.